What if I told you that high interest rates could actually be a gold mine if you know how to navigate the market? Imagine you're at the beach on a chilly morning and the water looks really rough. Most surfers decide to stay warm and cozy on the shore, figuring the waves aren't worth it. But a few daring surfers paddle out, knowing that under these particular conditions, the waves are cleaner and offer the best possible rides. High interest rates are actually like those rough waves. They make most investors stay on the sidelines, but those who jump in could catch the best possible opportunities. Here are 5 tips that you can navigate these rough, turbulent waters and ride the wave all the way to the bank. So tip number 1 is negotiation. When you look out from the sand, you'll likely see a group of surfers that are casually floating on their boards, waiting for just the right wave. But who takes it? Who's willing to take that risk? This is actually similar to getting into the real estate market during times of higher interest rates. When the cost of money is high, it keeps most buyers on the sidelines. With fewer buyers competing for property owners will be much more motivated to negotiate on their price. When properties don't sell quickly, sellers get really antsy. So even though the borrowing may be more expensive, the seller may be able to see the benefits of dropping the price in order to move that property quickly. Another negotiating tactic is to talk with the seller about financing the purchase directly from them. This is referred to as seller financing. So there's no banks involved, there's no extra scrutiny, just a shot at a lower interest rate than you could find in the open market otherwise. You can even talk to the seller and share how this technique actually saves them a ton in taxes, because now they're getting paid in installments. So the seller only has to pay taxes as they receive those payments. If you can negotiate the right terms, it can help you pay a much lower interest rate while also benefiting them, and will drop your monthly payments and thereby create much more cash flow. So now tip number 2 is to utilize the renter's market. When the cost of money is higher, fewer people buy houses, so there's more renters on the market. As housing continues to face affordability issues all across the US, fewer people are buying their own place. Owning property over the long haul is where the real wealth is created in real estate. And the good news is that rents tend to keep pace with inflation. So while you're paying fixed interest rates, your rents tend to go up over time, creating even more cash flows for you and your business. Think about when you're investing, where is the demand going to be next? This is the wave you want to catch. Think about growing metropolitan areas, places that people want to live. They have a variety of mixed jobs, they have job growth, and they have a growing population. This is where there's a high demand for people to live there and where you want to own property, because rising tide will lift all boats. Even in a time of higher interest rates, people will want to live where there are jobs. You can learn more about how to find the best market to invest in our free community. There's a link in the description to join us in the conversation. So tip number 3 is going the commercial route. So go big or go home, a surfer was bound to say sometime somewhere, right? You can't go much bigger than going after commercial real estate. Pretty much any real estate that isn't single family or small multifamily, like between 2 and 4 units, is considered, air quote, commercial. Mobile home parks, RV parks, apartments, and so on and so on. There are tons of assets and they're all considered commercial if they're not single family or 2 to 4 units. If the residential real estate market feels a little bit too strained right now, like it's a red ocean, then maybe you could dip your toe into the commercial space. Investing in this kind of property might actually be the best move for you right now. You could change your life with only one apartment complex. We actually had a client who bought a 322 unit apartment complex that needed a ton of work, and he and his wife worked for 18 months, day and night, nonstop, tirelessly, and sold the property 18 months later for a $3 million profit. That's seriously life-changing money. It would take a decade for most sophisticated single-family investors to build a 300-unit apartment complex, and these guys did it all in one deal. Tip number 4 is to catch the biggest wave. Surfing isn't just about riding the same wave, it's about seeing the next wave and catching it. In the same way, when in real estate, you want to catch what's trending. And for a while, Airbnb was hot. It was a good play. But that has mostly played out, and it's harder and harder to operate vacation rentals in traditional neighborhoods due to the regulations and higher fees. People just aren't into it. They don't like it anymore. So that wave is past. The wave right now is the silver tsunami. It's the biggest wave in human history. 10,000 baby boomers are turning 65 every single day in the US. Many of them have assets, they have businesses, and they own lots of rental properties. They're ready to retire, and over the next few years, $78 trillion of wealth will be transferred between those baby boomers to Gen Xers and millennials. That is the biggest wealth transfer ever, and it's starting right now. This is the wave that you want to catch and ride out for the rest of your investing career. Your mission now, once you've learned this, right now becomes making it a point to be the new owner of a few of these properties. The good news is many of these mom and pop owners would be thrilled to sell their small business or rental property to you and let you use the future cash flows of the business to pay their equity. I'm buying a multi-million-dollar business right now doing this same strategy. I'm a Gen Xer, I'm buying a business from a baby boomer, and we're both thrilled about it. So tip number 5 is to seize the opportunity. The best waves come to those who wait and look for the right opportunity and go for it. They see it and they land it. When interest rates shift, the market is going to be turbulent. And in those times, you benefit by being nimble and pouncing on that opportunity so that you can ride that wave of cash flow all the way into your retirement. Interest rates won't stay high forever. And when the cost of money comes down, the value of these assets is going to skyrocket. When the cost of money goes down, then values go up. And you want to own these properties before that happens, not afterwards. This is not the time to sit on the sidelines, seeing wave after wave of opportunity pass you by, thinking, ho hum, I wish I had done something about it. It's time to make the most of it now. And that's all I talk about in our free community. So it's time for you to go out there and hang 10 and catch your wave. Speaking of opportunities, I've queued a whole new video up for you that's right here that I'm confident will get you excited about jumping into the real estate market right now.